3 ways to accelerate the law of attraction in your life. Make sure that you watch this video till the end, because the third point is very, very powerful. And if you don't understand this third point and embody this third point, you're not going to be able to manifest what it is that you want. It's just the truth. That's the truth of how the law of attraction works. And you're going to have to embody this to really manifest your dreams and your desires and everything that it is that you want. So if you're new to this channel, I want you to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because I post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one to master your awareness, let go of subconscious blocks, or find clarity in your life purpose, then hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. So you got to understand that accelerating the law of attraction is not that difficult. It's about understanding the process of how the law of attraction works, right? Most people don't understand the deeper meaning of the law of attraction and how to balance the polarity of life to be able to manifest what it is that you want. So these 3 things are personally things that I use to be able to manifest things in my reality in a much faster way. And if you apply these 3 things, I guarantee that you will actually accelerate your manifestation process and accelerate the law of attraction. Okay, so the first thing I want to share with you is clear the mind and be more present to the moment. Because here's what you have to understand is that when you clear the mind, when you are more present to the moment, you have a more clear channel to be connected to the universe, okay? You have a better channel to be connected with the higher intelligence. You have a better channel to be connected to your desires, because you're not controlled by anxiety, by fear, by worry, because most people are controlled by their egos. And they're controlled by the lower level emotions, by the lower vibrational emotions, by anxiety, by fear, by worry. They're continually in reactivity to the world around them, right? They're not the observer of the reality, they're reacting to their reality. They're in reactivity. Now, when you're in reactivity, when you have a non-clear mind, when your mind is racing, you have all these crazy thoughts, you have anxiety, you have fear, you have worry, that's going to actually block manifestation from coming into your life. And you're not going to feel inner peace, right? If you want to feel a strong sense of inner peace, you have to calm down the mind and clear out the thoughts. Now, how do you do this? You can do meditation, right? Just notice your breathing. You don't have to be in any specific position. Close your eyes, notice your breathing, and keep going back to the breathing for 5 to 10 minutes, right? Clear the mind, become the observer of the breath, become the observer of the thoughts, and automatically what this will do is connect you to the higher intelligence and connect you to the deeper divine universal energies that will allow you to manifest what you want. Now, I know that sounds kind of esoteric, but that's just the truth. That's what I found in my life, is that when I have a clear state of mind, it's almost like my thoughts are and my mind are more in alignment with my heart, right? And when your mind is in alignment with your heart, you receive higher quality, higher consciousness thoughts that will lead you to the manifestation that you want. You'll automatically have more of a trust, more of a letting go, because what you're doing here is you're letting go of your ego. When you let go of the ego, automatically you're surrendering to the present moment, and there's more of a trust in the divine energies of the universe, to the whole. You're not letting your mind figure everything out. You're giving it up to the will of God, so to speak, to the will of the higher intelligence, right? The higher power. You see, I can't always record these videos just letting my ego figure it all out. I gotta let the higher intelligence work through me. Now, I know that sounds kind of esoteric, but that's the truth. And if I was to say anything less than that, I would be inauthentic, right? Because what happens is, as I'm speaking to you, my mind is very clear. I don't know what I'm going to say next, right? I'm just allowing my awareness and the flow of life to carry me through these videos, to carry me through my life. Now, of course, I'm using logic here, but also it's a clearing the mind. Okay, being more present to the moment, bringing some Eckhart Tolle into your life, right? Connecting deeper to the now, realizing that the present moment is the only moment that exists, realizing that time is an illusion, connecting to this present moment will actually help you to accelerate the manifestation process. Essentially, the more that you let go of your ego, the faster your manifestation will come to be, the less resistance you will have, and the easier it will be to create the reality that you want. Okay, so the second thing I want you to understand is, once you clear the mind, once you let go of your ego, what you have to do is get comfortable with taking inspired action. Because what you'll see is that when you open that channel to the divine energy of the universe, when you open, you become an open channel. You become an open container to receive your manifestation. You might receive thoughts that may seem illogical, but those thoughts are your higher self communicating to you, telling you what you have to do to create that manifestation. But because your ego is getting in the way of that thought, you're not able to actually create that manifestation. I'll give you a perfect example. 6 months ago, I had a thought in my mind, right? I cleared my mind. I became very present to the moment. I was in deep meditation. I was very, very focused on the moment, becoming more conscious, stepping into that higher consciousness state, which is a very powerful tip, by the way, to connect to your intuition, clear your mind, become very present to the moment, and your intuition will also increase as well. If you're an empath, if you're going through spiritual awakening, that's going to become a normal part of your life, okay? A normal part of your life to channel into the universe and receive high quality thoughts and trust the higher intelligence. Now, once you do that, you're going to have thoughts coming in that may seem illogical, right? Because when you're in that present state of consciousness, you might receive a thought. By the way, you're receiving a thought. Your thoughts are not yours. Okay, your thoughts are not yours. Where do your thoughts come from? You can't claim ownership over your thoughts. That's what the ego wants to do. You can't cling onto a thought and say, that's my thought. The truth is that you don't know what thoughts you're going to have or what thoughts you receive or where they come from, right? When I say higher power, intelligence, God, who knows what that means, right? My ego doesn't know that. Right? I could be channeling light beings, I could be channeling spiritual guides, I could be channeling God itself, God as the whole, by the way, not God as a figure in the sky, God as the oneness of who you truly are as infinite consciousness, right? But here's the thing though, don't get attached to any words or labels because that's all the human language, which is limiting what the actual oneness of the universe is. The oneness of the universe has no labels, has no logical understanding. You don't need to logically understand where you received that thought. But when you do, get comfortable with trusting that thought, right? I had a thought that said, drop out of school. Now, only trust your intuition when you're at a high consciousness state in the flow state, okay? If you're trusting your mind at a low consciousness state, but you're not in alignment with your heart, that's not going to be how you manifest and accelerate the law of attraction. That's going to be how you follow the path of ego and misunderstand the teaching I'm giving you now, which is not my teaching, but it's the universal teaching. You see, I can't claim ownership over this. Right? Eckhart Tolle can't claim ownership over his teachings. He's just a channel and a vehicle for the higher intelligence. You can understand that what you have to realize is that when you receive a thought that may seem illogical, but you feel in deep into your intuition that you got to take action on that, despite what your logical mind says. Get comfortable taking action with that. Now, I'm not saying don't be logical. You see, I just recorded another video talking about let go of trusting the universe, take more action. But you see, this is the polar opposite. This is learning to tap into your intuition, learning to tap into the higher divine intelligence, right? Still take action, still be logical, right? I knew logically that, okay, I gotta drop out of school. I gotta become a full-time YouTuber. But at the same time, I made sure that I was all good. I made sure that I could still, live in a house and not be homeless. I didn't let unnecessary artificial fears be created. I was realistic, but not too realistic, right? Because for 3 years, I was realistic. I had to be realistic, but I was in a program in school doing something I absolutely hated, right? Too much logic. So I knew I had to let go of that logic. I had to let go of that logic. I had to trust the inspired action. First, I had a thought where it said, drop out of school. Then it said, record the video. So I recorded the video. Then it said, do this. Then it said, do this. Then it said, invest thousands of dollars in your coach. You going, what? Invest thousands of dollars in a coach? What do you mean? I did it anyways. I trusted my logic. And slowly, as you trust that channel that you are receiving, and you'll know you're receiving, by the way, when you're at a high consciousness state. It's kind of what Abraham Hicks teaches you, but I'm going to make it more practical here. The vortex is a high consciousness state where you are channeling the higher consciousness state, right? That's what Abraham Hicks does, right? That's what most successful YouTubers do. Their egos don't have to figure it all out. Your ego does not have to figure it out. You can be a channel for the higher intelligence, higher power, and let it speak through you. Let yourself receive the thought and then get comfortable taking action on that. Right? Don't let your ego get in the way. I had a thought said, invest in a coach. I said, what? Invest in a coach? I don't have enough money. How am I going to make this happen? Right? I'm not going to have enough money to do that. I did it anyways. I made a lot of that money back that week because I trusted the universe. Now, I know that for some people, this can be very unrelatable. It's like, Francis, trust the universe. Well, what about logic? What about, I don't have the bills to pay. I don't have this. Go watch my last video called How to Set an Intention to Manifest Using the Law of Attraction. Okay, that's what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about the polarity of masculine and feminine. But right now, you want to accelerate the law of attraction? Step into your feminine. You may be out of balance. You may be taking too much action, too much logic, too much, hustle, too much this. No. Let go of that. Trust the universe more. You receive a high quality thought after you clear your mind and do that simple meditation technique I shared with you. Take action on that thought. Trust it. Just trust the universe. Your thoughts are not yours. Your thoughts are not your thoughts. Your ego cannot claim ownership over those thoughts. That's your higher self speaking to you. So trust those thoughts. Take action on those thoughts. It's literally your higher self telling you what to do, but you're too scared because the ego is scared, right? I follow that intuition. Here I am. My YouTube channel is growing. I'm making more money. The finances are going up, but I didn't have that for 5 months. I had to be in the uncertainty. I'm still in the uncertainty. I don't know where this is going. I don't know exactly how much money I'm going to make, how fast the subscribers are going to come. I don't know. But I'm setting the intention and I'm also trusting the higher intelligence, okay? Let go and trust the process more. I know you might be feeling heaviness. I know there's uncertainty. I know you're scared. When you receive high quality thoughts, based on my experience, almost always, it's going to be a complete contradiction to your current reality, and your ego is going to want to cling on, but your higher self is giving you what you need to know, not what you want to know. Okay, I didn't want to hear, I have to drop out of school, but I needed to hear that. My thoughts had to tell me that, right? You might be thinking, Francis, how do I know if it's my higher self or my ego? You go back to the first point, clear your mind, go into meditation, notice your breathing, keep going back to the breathing. If you get lost in the thoughts, keep going back to the breathing and become the observer of your thoughts. Okay, I'm going to make a video one day more in depth on how to meditate, but that's ultimately what you do. Notice the breathing, become the observer of your thoughts, realize that you are not your thoughts. You are not the body. You are not all of these things. You are the consciousness and the awareness that observes all these things. When you tap in as the consciousness, your higher self starts speaking through to you and then will lead you down the path that you need to take. Still be logical, but understand that your higher self is continually speaking not to you, but through you. Right? You are your higher self. You are the universe, but it's still a higher intelligence speaking through you. Right? Trust that and take the action that you need to take whenever that thought comes from, even if it might be illogical. Trust that your higher self is continually speaking to you. Now, the third thing is stay congruent with your beliefs and your intentions. If you have an intention, for example, that I'm going to manifest a new house, right? To stay congruent would mean you keep looking, you keep viewing houses until the desired outcome is done. Instead of hope, it's I'm going to keep taking action until the desired result is here. Okay, that's intention. That's how you accelerate the law of attraction. That might be the opposite of trusting, but now that you've trusted, now that you've surrendered, now stay congruent with those beliefs of you thinking your manifestation is coming. So if you have a belief where you're thinking, I am going to find this dream house, right? Maybe you already have the money, maybe you're having trouble finding the house. You see, you set the intention until that house becomes a reality. Staying congruent would mean even if that first house isn't the house that you wanted, you're still going to keep looking for houses until you find that house, right? Even if you didn't get the perfect relationship, you're still going to keep, dating. You're still going to keep talking to people until you find that relationship, of course, with the assumption that you're at the abundance frequency. Don't go looking after a relationship from lack, but That's a separate video. You keep going after the relationship. You keep looking for the house. You keep doing this. You're still taking action. See, my YouTube channel, for the first 5 months, I didn't see the results that I wanted. But instead, what I did was I kept taking action. I kept recording videos. And I had to stay congruent with my beliefs. Okay, your thoughts and your feelings and your actions have to be congruent with each other. So if you have a belief system that says, I'm going to become a full-time YouTuber, are you congruent with the belief system that you have? Are you taking action based on that belief system? If you're not, maybe that belief system isn't actually something you believe in. Maybe it's just a fantasy. If you're truly congruent, your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions have to be in alignment with your manifestation, right? If you believe that you can do this, well then are you taking the actions? Are you in congruency with that belief? And if you're not, you're going to create anxiety in your life. You're going to create depression. You're going to create resistance because you have cognitive dissonance. You have one thought saying you can believe you can do this. Another part of you is not willing to take the action. Another part of you says you can do this. Another part of you is not willing to take the action. Now, once again, the action can be easy if you trust the universe, if you learn to meditate, if you learn to clear the mind, if you learn to listen to your higher self. But at the same time, are you congruent with that trust? If you truly trusted the universe, you would be taking action on your dream. That's what happened to me. When I realized I was seeing synchronicity, I was trusting the universe, and I thought to myself, okay, if I really trusted the universe, would I be doing something I hate in school? And that was the limiting factor for me. When I realized that, I dropped out of school. Couldn't listen to my family, couldn't listen to my friends, couldn't listen to anybody else. No fear could impact me any longer because I knew I had to take that decision. I had to face the consequences. I had to truly trust the universe. The universe will trust, like when you're going through a spiritual awakening, the universe will test your limits. It's like, okay, you can trust the universe here, but can you really trust the universe? Can you really trust the universe? Like for me, I was like trusting the universe, like la-di-da-di-da, trusting, but I was still doing something that I hated. And then, my higher self said, drop out of school. And it's like, can you still trust the universe? Can you stay congruent with that belief system of trusting the universe? If you have a belief system where you say, I trust the universe, well, can you drop out of school and stay congruent with that? I'm not saying be bold like me. In fact, what I did was very illogical. I wouldn't recommend that you do what I did at all. I wouldn't recommend to you that you drop out of school, that you invest thousands of dollars in your coach when you don't have the money. I would say trust your higher self and trust your intuition. And if it comes to something like that, listen to the inner voice, connect back to your higher self, connect back to the higher state of consciousness, your higher self being the awareness and the consciousness that you are. Then you take the action. You see, what I did was illogical. I wouldn't recommend that you do the same thing. But if you're going through spiritual awakening, there might be something you have to do in a similar way. Your logical mind will be challenged. Your trust in the universe will be challenged. You think you can trust the universe? Wait till what the universe has for you in store. The universe will push you to the next level and say, okay, beautiful. So he can trust the universe, but let's see if he can really trust the universe. See, that's what Napoleon Hill's talking about in Think and Grow Rich, unwavering faith. Intention plus surrender. You're taking action, you're setting the intention at the same time. Can you really trust the universe? Do you actually trust the universe? Do you really trust in the divine guidance? If you did, you wouldn't be looking to your external reality to see if your manifestation's here yet. You wouldn't be asking your friends. You wouldn't be asking your family. You would listen to your higher self and take action on your dream. That's what you would do. You see, trusting the universe might sound impractical, but you have to take that decision for yourself. You can't trust anybody else. It's you trusting in your higher self, not in your family's higher self, in your higher self. Okay, stay congruent with that. If you can't stay congruent with that, good luck accelerating your manifestation and stepping into your dream life, right? One part of you trusts the universe. Another part of you is unwilling to take action and invest in a coach that you think would benefit you, right? One part of you trusting the universe. Another part of you is unwilling to drop out of whatever it is that's not serving you and to follow your dream, right? I'm not telling you what to do. I would never tell you what to do. Me as a coach, as an influencer, it's not my job to tell you what actions to take. I'm telling you to listen and trust your higher self and make the decision that you want and have trust in that. I'm not telling you to listen to me and drop out of school. What I did was illogical. From society's perspective, it was stupid. Okay, it was stupid, but I had the intuition. My higher self communicated to me. I had my intuition. I had the synchronicities. I had all these things, okay? You really want to manifest what you want, you got to trust that. You have to trust in that higher intelligence and stay congruent with that. Stay congruent with your belief systems and take action that is in congruency with those belief systems, okay? So that's what I have for this video. If you want to download my free guided meditation that's specifically designed to connect you deeper to the present moment and actually allow you to surrender and trust the process more, bringing you to a higher consciousness state, hit the link that's in the description box of this video. I'll also leave it as a comment in this video. It's totally free, so I highly recommend that you try that. Have yourself a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.